I'm telling you, it's happening. Sorry. But it's happening.
Shit.
All right.
I got
some
see that
last year, and it was like groovy, baby. Hello.
Hola.
Hello.
Hola, señoritas and señores.
Señores y señoritas. What's up? What's up? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Hey, to those of you that have tuned in so far, thank you so much for tuning in to us.
Hey. I'm not connected to YouTube.
Jessica, hey, thank you so much for tuning in, baby. We greatly appreciate it.
Hey.
I'm so glad you seen that wire because I ain't see it and I had knocked both of them to the left. Everything you on.
Girl, we'd have had to cut this motherfucker
Was
off.
on the floor to the left. All right, thank y'all so much for tuning in to us. We greatly appreciate it. Welcome to another episode of What's in Your Cup. Bam.
What's in it?
You're tuning in with your host. My name is Ty and
Brittany.
Miss Brittany. So, I feel like we can just like,
Don't worry about it.
yeah, because I ain't want to say your coffee.
Sorry.
I feel like we can just get into the meat and potatoes of this conversation because so earlier this week there was a status that was made. Hey Ryan, thank you so much for tuning in to us. Welcome to all of you that are jumping in. We just want to tell y'all thank you so much for tuning in. From the title you can see it's called This Is What I Call Them. One of my favorite songs by Lil Wayne is This Is What I Call Her, right? So you gotta go listen to it. I love that song. It's called This Is What I Call Her. But this all stems off of a conversation that happened earlier this week. Someone posted, and I'm gratefully appreciative of being able to even catch that post because I felt like that was so, it was real and it was genuine when he was speaking on it. I could tell, like, it was something he was passionate about, right? So, I'm just going to use, like, quotes. I mean, I'm not sure exactly everything he said, but what he said was, in a nutshell, if my baby mama or another nigga think that my kids is finna call another man daddy, I'm gonna shoot him.
They fucked up.
I'm gonna kill them all. I'm gonna kill them dead. Because he felt like, it was disrespectful. And at the time, I didn't offer my opinion, but that's because I felt like, we should talk about it on the podcast, as well as the fact that it was so much opinion at the time. Like, when we post things on Facebook, we have to be open and willing to other people's opinions. Thank you guys for the ones that are coming in. Thank you. Welcome. So what we're talking about tonight is, when you have step kids or when you have a new step parent or when you're introducing a step parent into the relationship, what do you allow them, your kids, what do you allow your kids to call them? And now, this is not for, I gotta take a step back real quick because I don't feel that every time you enter into a new relationship that the kids need to be introduced to the person you with, whether you male or female. I don't feel like the kids should be introduced. And it's just my personal opinion. What you do with your kids is your business. It can also be DCFS business if you want it to be. But that's what I mean by you got to be careful with what you introduce to your kids, right? So everybody, shouldn't have the opportunity to come in and meet your kids. You need to know what you're doing with that person. Because I seen a guy comment on there and was like, well, yeah, because niggas be gone in 6 months. And it's like, you're right. So in 6 months, he already came in and met the kids and was already able to say that the kids is, you know what I'm saying? Like okay, it's different strokes for different folks. Because I haven't been in my relationship that long. However, I have already met the kids. But you also have to know what it is that you are.
What's the intentions of the relationship?
The intention of the person.
And
Because you can say what the relationship's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But if the person ain't showing you anything like that, you can't just come in and let anybody and everybody meet your kids, right? So, let's get to it. Like he said, he feel like he'll kill a motherfucker dead if he hear his kids calling another man daddy, or vice versa. If a woman hear her kids calling another woman mama. Especially when the other parent is involved, right? So usually most times.
Hey Joe,
thank you so much for tuning in to us. We greatly appreciate it. I personally feel like there's so many contingencies as to how that happened or how it should happen or why it shouldn't happen, or whatever the case may be. I feel like it happens more often than not with men than it does women. If you look at Russell Wilson, Sierra, and Future, right? So it was just like this huge big deal when when Russell came in being daddy, and then it was like, oh, daddy love you.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about mostly men were blue. Y'all was big blue, like, oh, no, the fuck he did. That's so disrespectful. But if he playing daddy and the kid is comfortable, y'all got y'all views up. Okay, Ladarius, thank you so much for tuning back in. One of the faithful few. Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate seeing your name pop up. Big red in the hood. Ty, you look so cute. Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. I finally did something with myself. But anyway,
her look cute, don't her?
Her look cute. But no, okay, so for real, what was the real reason why it was so bad that Future came in and played stepdaddy? Like, what was it?
It's the ego blow
On me.
I cheated in that bitch, okay?
That's my son.
That's my kid.
His name is Future Jr. First off. Future Jr. Did you hear how that roll off the tongue? Future Jr. Alright, cool.
Oh, okay, sound a little nice.
Futuro Junioro. But no, for real. So, okay. What was so wrong, though, if he came in, and please chime in. That's the only... Good evening. Thank you so much, Rod, for tuning in. We greatly appreciate it. What was so wrong about the idea, like, aside from the ego stroke, if he came in, and this is who this child knows as dad, because most of the time what y'all fail to realize is it's not the woman that's pushing off for the child to call that man or that woman mom or dad. Like, most of the time, it's not the case.
Now
if it is, that's it. I was going to say, if it is, then the woman needs to check herself, or the man needs to check himself, because the child shouldn't be able to come in and call everybody mama or daddy. I completely agree with that. But it's about the comfortability of the child. So if the child is recognizing you as being somebody that takes care of me, and you're a male figure, so your title is dad, not mama, and they decide that I want to call him dad and not Kyle, where am I wrong at? Especially if I've already taken the precautions to make sure, right? So this is not somebody new. This is not somebody in and out. This is not somebody, like, this is somebody that does have the best interest of my child at heart. Yeah. This is somebody that financially, physically, emotionally, spiritually takes care of my child. Yep. Sometimes a child is like, just say it on their own. Like, you will look up and be like, ooh, shit. Like, and you look at them like, hey, look, I don't know where that came from. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is about a father who is not active in their life. So let's flip the script and say, okay.
I feel like it's okay if the father is not active.
Yeah. Personally, I think it's okay. That don't make me less of a woman. That don't make me anything like it. I personally feel like it's okay if the child is not, if the father is not active and has been in the child's life for quite some time and does have their best interest, does take care of them in all the ways that they need to, I don't feel like that's wrong. Bingo. The only people who have an issue with that are folks who aren't secure with their own parenthood. If you feel that way 9 out of 10, you know that you aren't doing what you need to do as a father. And I agree with that 110%, right? Because the thing is, if you are active as a father,
they wouldn't be able to call anybody else daddy.
They know who daddy is, so they're not even searching for that title.
Yep.
They're not even looking for, like, the comfortability of feeling like I have a dad and a mom.
Yep.
So, again, like I said, if a parent is pushing that off on a child, I don't agree with that. I don't think that you should push that off. But if it naturally comes, I think that's something.
Yeah, just let it.
Like, just let it flow. And like I said, this is not to the people that's you in a relationship you know what I'm saying, with somebody you barely met and it's not even stable. It's not even something you feel like you're going to be able to rock with, and you already got your kid investing. That's not okay. That happened to me. If the child feels that way, why make them uncomfortable? Thank you, Gail, by telling them, do not call me that. That hurts the child emotionally. True. Because if the child come in feeling like you being mom to me, in your case, Gail, if the child is coming in feeling like you being mom to me, and I turn around and tell you, don't call me mom.
But some people may not be, because you know how some titles can make people feel like I have extra responsibility. Like, what if you truly just allow the child to call you mom?
Yes, and the only reason why I say that is because if you allowed yourself to be in a relationship with a person that has a child, you already took on extra responsibility. So you can't say that you wasn't ready for this situation. If you came in and said, my bad, wrong lie, where the hoes at, Lamar?
What?
No, you right, wrong lie. Listen, because then Lamar, I'm not going to with you today. But I would like your input on this situation, because I do know that you have children. I do know that you're a man. I know you've been involved with women that have kids. And so I just want some healthy dialogue, to be for real. I feel like going back to what you were saying, Gail, exactly. Going back to what you were saying, I feel like you said, if the other partner isn't around and the child feels comfortable and that parent feels comfortable with it, I'm cool with that. Now, if, say, the father is around and the mother pushing for the child to call him dad, that's wrong. And I'll kill too. Okay. So I get that. I respect that. Because I feel like you should not be pushing for a child to say, this your new mama, call her mama. Like, well, goddamn, hold on. Because I don't even know this. Bro, I swear we be in straight tandem. But, for real, I don't know her. So, how you going to tell me to call her mom? And I don't feel like she's very mom-like. I feel like she go in a room and close the door every day. Whether it's to shut me out or to shut you in. I feel like. But if that child is comfortable with saying, oh, mom, can I do this, that, and the third? Goes back to what Gail just said. When you turn around and say, don't call me mama. When you look up and that child ain't got no type of respect for you, or that child feel like, I don't have to listen to you because who I do listen to is my mama, and bitch, you said you ain't my mama. So, and I think a lot of that too comes with age. Lamar, the question is, we were talking about the discussion of a status that was posted earlier in the week where he was discussing how he would be ready to fight a person, kill a person, for letting his baby mama or the dude, for letting his children call another man dad. What he did say at the end of that was, especially if the father is involved. So I agree with that. Not the killing part, because if your ass go to jail, then somebody's still going to come in and play dad, and now you got to worry about somebody calling dad, and you can't do shit about it, right? Okay.
It's still mad. But
yes, that
was
would be emotional damage to the child. To force relationship. What's up, Queen? Hey. Thank you so much, Devin, for tuning in.
So what if somebody what if the child calls someone mom, but that person don't want to take on that title because maybe they feel like it's disrespecting because they have a mom?
Okay. That I agree with, too. However, it still goes back to what the child is comfortable with and what you allowed yourself to step into.
But can you explain that to the child, though? I mean, once they get to an
age
where they can understand. Yeah.
Right.
Now, a 2 or 3 year old, you want to just be like, don't do that. But, if they were old enough, I feel like you should be able to explain that. Just, I guess some people just don't want to take on that role and feel like they being disrespectful towards the actual mother or father.
Okay, I agree with that because, I feel like you should never overstep your boundary. Yeah. Right? So if you know that so have that conversation. Well, okay, if you feel comfortable with doing that is fine. But you do know that you still have a mother, and just because I say you can do this, if your mama say don't do this, that's that. She don't overrule. I mean, she overrules you, so she overrules me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If the parent is involved, there shouldn't be a reason a child calls anybody else dad, period. I agree with that, Lamar, but that's if the parent is involved.
Well, if they ain't.
9 out of 10, if the parent is involved, the child is not going to be calling or reaching out for the title of somebody being called mom or dad. They're not, because they understand that they have a mom or a dad. especially when it comes to father figures, because unfortunately, it's the truth, not in
Oh,
all
excuse
cases. But unfortunately, most of the time, the person that's missing is the father. And a lot of the times, little girls and little boys both look for their dad because mom, I mean, she's just there. It just is what it is. I always had mom. Mom always took care of X, Y, and Z. I need a dad. And I'm not talking about these niggas that the girl go and get and she get the suck and fuck on whenever she feel like it and all that. Them is not the ones that your kids should be looking to and be ready to call them dad. That shows respect from that woman if she doesn't want that name for herself. I agree with that. I agree with that 110% because you got to know the type of woman that you're dealing with too.
Mm-hmm.
If I can look at you and say, hey, hold on, I got you when it comes to anything mom like, because I get that mom ain't there, but you're not going to disrespect her because you want to put this title on me. If you want to regard me as your mom, I'm okay with that all day long. I'm going to parent-teacher conferences. I'm making sure shit's straight. I'm making sure y'all ate. I'm making sure you got school supplies. Whatever the case may be, that's cool. I respect that all day long. But you do have a mama.
Yep.
You know who she is. You see her. She's still present. Whether you don't like what she's doing or not is not my issue. But you're not getting ready to just come in and be like, fuck her.
Yep.
You my mama. Because I like what you do better.
Yep.
Because she ain't even, you know what I'm saying? But some moms will do that out of spite, especially if the child is young. And that's very unfortunate. That right there, them the type of mamas that I can't respect. Them the type of women I can't respect. And them the type of men I can't respect.
Okay. Well, we can't respect. Sorry.
Saying that they'll do it out of spite. Like, oh, this your new dad, son. Because you mad
Oh,
at dad.
because you mad at the okay.
Because
I'm
you
just
mad
like,
at dad.
damn, who we disrespect? Okay.
I lost it a little bit.
Yeah, I was lost in the sauce. Okay.
But, you know, so that I totally agree with
Oof.
Lamar. Some people
Ooh.
will do that shit out of spite and it damages the kids.
Yeah.
It damages the fuck out of the kids. But some people think
And
like,
your own karma, because you want somebody else to call them daddy.
you want to call somebody, call the nigga daddy yourself. Get in the bed, call the nigga daddy. Boom, you got a father. But a lot of the times, thank you for bringing that up because this just brought up this topic. A lot of the times when women do that type of shit out of spite, guess what? They got daddy issues on me. I guarantee you they got some type of parental issue where somebody wasn't there, something that mama did, they continue on to do because they don't know nothing no different because that's how they was taught and brought up. That's how you got some of these... Woo.
Just say the whole.
I was getting ready to say some shit. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but that's why you got some of these type of women that feel like it's okay to call their child bitches. It's okay to call their child hoes. It's okay to call their child, cuss at their child. Get your motherfucking ass in the motherfucking house and sit the fuck down. That shit is not okay. That shit is not okay. That is damaging as fuck to a child. But I understand why you don't know it's not okay because your mama did it.
Yep.
And you feel like you turned out okay.
That's verbally abusive.
As fuck. Y'all will see me on DPD Connect if that ever happened. But Lamar, that goes to speak on the fact that you are a present father. Mm-hmm. So I get that. I don't feel like you should be able to pull up and hear, hey dad, my dad's here. What the fuck?
Some people okay with that shit. You got the
Mama one smooth criminal. Michael Jackson voice. You smooth in a bitch.
Some people are okay with having multiple dads and multiple moms because they have stepmoms and stuff like that.
I ain't gonna lie. I got two stepmamas. One of them I regard a little bit more, to be for real. Bobby, I'm gonna get to your comment in a second. I do apologize if we skipped over it. But I do have two stepmoms personally. Mm-hmm. One, I don't give a fuck about it. I'm gonna just be truthful. She know it, my daddy know it, or whatever the case may be. And it's not to be disrespectful. It's just that now I've gotten grown. Mm-hmm. But as a child, my other stepmom, I regarded her for what she was because I seen what she did when it came to me. Yeah. She cared about me like she cared about her other kids. I also grew up with a stepdad. Mm-hmm. I never called him dad because my dad was around and my dad was present. Mm-hmm. However, I know what he did for me when it came to daddy type of shit. My daddy was all the way out in Cali. Mm-hmm. So my stepdad is the one that was in the house and played part. I didn't feel the need to call him dad, but I regarded him as a dad.
You still gave him the
I still gave him his respect.
Yeah.
I didn't need that title. What about parents who allow their kids to call them by their first name? No titles involved. They a motherfucking fool.
Oh, yeah.
They crazy as hell. Ooh. I wish somebody would walk in the house that I birthed Whether I had a C-section or they came on my cat. Talking about some A-top where the food at. Who? Let's think again. Matter of fact, walk your ass back outside, put your backpack back on. Walk back through the door and let's try it again. And every time you fix your lips, you're not getting ready to call me. I don't care. Listen, if I wasn't active at all and then you met me as an adult and you decided to call me Ty, that's one thing, because I was never your mom to you, and I can't be mad at that because I was never your mom to you or to me. I know it. Mm-hmm. But if I was there and I was active, hell no, you ain't finna call me Ty. I be joking and call my mama Lily, and I tread lightly with that shit. I still won't call her Leah Sean, and I'm 32. Hell no, you don't call your mama or your daddy.
Look, the only time I call Nadine by her first name is when I say Sister Nadine.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's still a title of respect on top of that. You know Sister that I'm joking Nadine. With you. Yeah. But Sister Nadine, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them. But hell no. No, I don't agree with no person, no child calling their mother or their father by their first name. Yep. Now, their stepdad or their stepmother, you not calling them mom or dad, so what else you supposed to call them? Me, I call my stepmom Mama Shonda.
That's cool.
I don't call her Ma. I don't call her Mama. I don't call her Shonda. I call her Mama Shonda. But that's just because she was a mama to me and her name is Shonda, because Leah Sean is still at the crib. Sorry, Mama, if you watching, I love you.
Hey, Mama.
I wouldn't call you Mama.
And happy belated birthday.
Yeah, my mama's birthday was yesterday, y'all. Just, put that out there. Send my mama some birthday love. My blood runs through your veins, not Barry Gordy. Big facts, okay? I agree with that. Hey, Dad. My dad, he... Pow! Lamar, you stupid. I guess I see things differently. LOL, if we ain't together and you're with someone holding it down and my son calls you dad, that doesn't bother me. I grew up with a stepdad and he was more active than my real one, so that doesn't bother me. I'll agree with you, Rob. That's exactly what we're saying all day long. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's about ego, like Brittany said to begin with. A lot of that is about ego and about pride, to where a man can't allow another man to be called dad by their child. Especially when you know that you weren't there. If you was a paper daddy, you wasn't there. If you was I'm in jail, so I sent the card daddy, you wasn't there. So if that child looked up and said, hey, I call him daddy because he the one taught me how to ride my bike. He the one taught me how to tie my shoes. He the one that came to daddy son dances. He came to muffins with dad, and he showed up and made sure that mom came. Donuts with dad, and he made sure that mom came to muffins with mom. That's what I'm gonna call dad if that's what I'm feeling. But even at a certain age, kids,
that's cute.
Don't feel, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like muffins with mom and donuts with dad.
Yeah,
it really is cute. The daddy daughter dance.
Yeah,
gorgeous. Love that. I want to put that, like that daddy wasn't there full time. Is different for daddies. What's different for daddies? What's different for dads? Other than the fact that most of the time, dad is not the one that has to deal with like being a single parent. That part is different for dads. I'll agree with that, but elaborate on that, Poppy. What do you mean by what's different for dads? I'm secure enough in my fatherhood. Just do right by my kid, boom, and that's all I care about, because that's all you should care about. Yep. He'll always know who I am, and I'll always be active. That's dad. As long as you're always active, then you got to know, like, a lot of the times when a child come out and say that, oh, this is my dad, it's because it's what they were comfortable with. Most of the times, now you got some hood booger ass mamas that
beat that into them.
You know what I mean? Oh, you gonna call him this and you gonna do that, and not realizing it's damaging the whole relationship that you're trying to have, the whole family that you're trying to front with. It's damaging to all of that. Because now me as a man, I'm looking and realizing this kid ain't calling me daddy because he feel like I'm daddy. He calling me daddy because you just beat his ass. Like, that's weird as hell. I missed the ego part. That's definitely it. Big facts. I always told my daughter to call me Miss Gail, and she took it upon herself to ask me to call me Mom. Listen, Gail, I respect that 110%, especially because I know your situation, and I know how you take care of her, so I know why she regarded herself, to make herself say, okay, I'm getting ready to. I want to call you mama. You know what I'm
Make that
saying?
step.
I know that situation, so it's easier for me to say in your point of view why I get what she felt. I get exactly what you're saying, but I also get why you didn't turn her down from that when it came to it. Because you really were Mama Gail. It just so happened she dropped the Gail and just called you mama. I respect that all day long. You and her dad married on top of that. And she loved the hell out of her daddy. You know what I mean? The child has the final say so. Okay, so his next was Ghost and Tariq. Because, so on Power, right? Ghost left the family. And so because Ghost left the family, Tariq didn't regard him anymore as my dad. After I learned about you and who you were, when you left this, it was like, you might have birthed me. You might have even helped raise me, but nigga, you not my father. But that was not about ego or pride. It was more so about
that relationship
what he
was
took.
damaged.
Right. He damaged the relationship. It's not because he was ready to go call another man dad. It's not because he felt like, it was literally none of that. It was solely just
his own
fuck
actions.
You.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. It's
Yeah.
not about nobody else.
It was you.
It's solely about what you did to me. Ghost went all about it the wrong way. Ghost was materialistic dad. He wasn't there.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that 110%. So it's to the dads that I feel like ain't there. Them the ones that have to deal with the ego of, oh man, my son called another man daddy and I just don't know how I feel about it. Why the fuck not? You ain't know how you felt. How come you ain't know how you felt about the fact that you didn't get to call your son son?
Yep.
You don't
had
feel
the
no way about
opportunity
that.
to be dad.
You don't feel no way about that, but you feel every way about the fact that he looked at somebody else and felt like he was daddy? No, that ain't okay.
Yeah, I got my spectacles.
I definitely feel this. Ty, as you should know, I have an adopted daughter and her mother was never in her life. So now that she's 17 and about to be one, congratulations. She calls her real mom by her first name and calls me mommy. She has no respect for her real mom. I can't be mad at that. You adopted her at a very young age and you took her in and made her feel the stuff that she needed to feel like, So her calling you mom was never about her real mom situation. But now that you came in, see, somewhere you taught her respect. Somewhere you taught her, I'm not your mom. You have a mom. So when she got to meet her mom, it was, oh, okay, Keisha, you real cool.
She was, yeah.
I respect you, Keisha. But you still Keisha. This one over here, that's mama, and that's what I'm going to call her. And if you got an issue with that, Keisha, you might want to take your ass on somewhere. Because this one is the one that when Keisha didn't feel like doing the shit Keisha should have been fucking doing, Jen did it. So that's mama to me. And that's what I mean by, back to what we were talking about, whether a kid should be able to call another person dad or not. There are so many contingencies. Ghost dad. Bobby, you stupid. But big facts. I feel like there's so many contingencies on all of these situations from a parental point of view, from an adult point of view, and from a child's point of view. Most of the time, if a child felt comfortable with calling another person mom or dad, they were at a young age where mom and dad did not exist. You do have a lot of the time some ignorant ass baby mamas or baby daddies that, like Lamar said earlier, push that upon a child and make them feel like you supposed to call him that. And that's not okay. Like, that's so damaging. And them type right there, I agree with dude, shoot ass. Bow.
Would y'all be okay if your child wanted to call two people mommy and daddy? Like, if they got respect for both of y'all?
It's only room for just... I don't know. Because wait a minute.
What would you do if your child wanted to call you mommy or mom, but they wanted to call their actual mom?
Okay, so in all honesty, I know this finna sound crazy, but in all honesty, as long as, first off, me and mom had a conversation and a mutual understanding of each other, and the child understood who I really was and who mom really was, and they still decided that, and me and mom could be grown enough to put our differences aside, and that's just being honest, I would be okay with that.
Okay.
Especially depending on how long that person was active in their life. Because, right, I could have had a child with their dad, and at 1 year old, we split.
Mm-hmm.
And then by 2, he had this other woman that is still there, and my child is now 13, and that same woman is still there. And she takes care of her child. And don't get me wrong, ain't nobody gonna take care of your baby how you take care of your baby if you want to take care of your baby.
Mm-hmm.
So ain't nobody gonna take care of your child the way you will. Ain't nobody gonna love your child the way you will. Ain't nobody gonna provide for your child the way you will if you doing the right thing like Spike Lee. But if you truly cared about my child,
you'd be all right.
and I knew that, because it's something, you know it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I see you. I see her run to you when y'all pull up to come pick her up.
Mm-hmm.
And I see her say that you helped her with her homework and you picked out a dress and you know, doing all the same things that I would for the sake of my child and not to damage her emotionally or him emotionally. I would be okay with that. But it's a whole sit down that got to happen.
Okay.
A whole sit down that got to happen. Because as long as my child know I'm your mother, she can be your mommy.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as you know that you don't overstep what I say, and we can sit and have a conversation, if you feel like, you know what I mean, then
Yeah.
I respect it all day long.
I can smell it.
I said it's different for different dads because some men are around more than the woman. Meaning, Britt said, how would it be towards a woman? Okay, for the child to call stepmom mom, same scenario if she not around and they comfortable with it. I'll agree with that 110%. I feel like, you know, whichever side the shoe is on,
Mm-hmm.
as long as the other parent is comfortable, as long as the child is comfortable and it's not something being pushed on them, and there's a conversation that was had, I wouldn't be mad at all if, you know, my stepkids decided they wanted to call me mom. The only thing that I have to say about that is understand that you have a mom.
Yeah.
And understand that you don't disrespect her in my presence or out of my presence.
Yep.
Because she your mama. That's that. My daughter calls my husband Jeremiah. Hold on, wait. Sorry. My daughter calls my husband Jeremiah, but when talking around him, she says, that's my dad. Mm-hmm. She was almost 5 when he came in the picture and respects him as her daddy. She did not know anything of another person because of extenuating circumstances, okay? But I don't force her to call him dad. She will if she wants to. She respects him as her dad 100%, and she still calls him Jeremiah. I get
fine.
that.
Yeah.
Because that's me growing up. You know, I had a stepdad. I always called him Cedric. But there was times when I made projects at school that said I love my dad, and that's who I was giving it to. It didn't mean that I didn't respect him as my dad. It didn't mean that I didn't respect my dad. It's just that I know who was here and present. When I'm going to take a bath, I know who helped buy the soap. Mm-hmm. When I'm going to lay down at night, I know who helped fight the monsters from under my bed. But I knew that I had a dad, and his name was Oliver. So I can't, you know, I agree with that 110%. It's not even more so about the title as it is the regard.
Yep. I was thinking that in my head.
That's where the problem is.
We get stuck with the title, but it's actually the actions that are happening behind that. Just like when people say, I'm married to this person, but I've never signed the paperwork. It's just that understanding that you have.
There's an understanding. And
yeah.
a lot of the times it's the understanding that's pissing y'all off, not the title.
Not the title, yeah. Oh, it's more of respect. Oh, you respect this motherfucker more because you ain't gonna come up. Okay.
So, but who your dad? Well, nigga, you my father. I came out your sack.
Yeah.
I got that part.
Yeah.
But as far as, like I said, who fighting the monsters under the bed at night?
Dad.
This nigga my daddy. You know what I'm saying? Fine. It takes a village. We can do this together.
Yeah.
Gail, that's exactly what I was saying. I agree with that 110%.
Yes.
What if the mother's significant other demands a child call him dad? He's a motherfucking fool, and so is she. Because let me let you know something. You demanding my child to do anything like that, we ain't got no business together. But before that can even happen, I got to know who it is that I'm dealing with. So, because I have a child.
Come up before. I feel like, yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Because I have a child, though, me and you have had to have a conversation and an understanding. To where you know whether my child's father is active or not, whether they ain't shit or not, to me, that part don't matter. I'm talking about how they is when they come to taking care of my child.
I'm seeing where the other party could be just as petty as that.
So if they being petty, you being petty.
Is it
paternal? Yeah.
Okay.
Am I saying right?
Sometimes we having brain farts.
Yeah.
Okay, so that person, the stepfather or stepmother, could be just as petty as the paternal, saying that they should be calling me because since I'm in the household, I want them to call me just as much as the paternal could be like, don't call, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay.
I think that's, first off, that's weird as fuck.
Yeah.
And anybody that I'm with and I got a child
So forceful.
and you talking about, exactly. Because what's the point of forcing something? Because like I said, it's more about the regard than it is the title. So if she feel like, you know, she know who take care of her, I'm saying my child, she or he know who take care of her, she or he know who's there. Like, why does it matter that she calls you dad or not? But the fact that you forcing it, now I got something to think about as a parent. And I'm not talking about think like, oh, it ain't about nothing. No. I need to, because now you got control issues.
Yep.
So now I gotta, you know what I'm saying, like reevaluate if you somebody that even need to be around my child. Why do you need to hear dad so bad? If you ain't got your own, let's have one. I mean, not just anybody, but you know what I'm saying. Like, if you ain't got your own, let's have one. But how you gonna make Lauren call you dad and she got a dad? Like, that's weird. And I get that you provided and all that shit, but that's all shit that you decided to do once you entered a relationship with me and understood that you had a child. I mean, that I had a child. You're not finna force it. No, you ain't finna, no. There's a lot of shit
So
you
you
might
have
be
to
able to come in and lay
understand
the law down about,
Yeah.
but that ain't it. You're not finna make my baby. Hell no. What? But, Bobby, I'm glad you brought that up
Yeah.
because there is a whole nother side to that. I think that's weird, though. That's so weird.
Yep.
Call me dad. Listen,
Wow.
I got a song for you. It goes like this. I'm calling you daddy. Anytime you need to hear pops, motherfucker, I got a song for you. But it ain't finna be my baby. I call you daddy, motherfucker, if you need somebody to call you daddy. It ain't gonna be my baby, though. What kind of molestation is going on here?
Oh my god.
Because, no, seriously,
Yeah,
why do you need to hear it so bad that you would literally demand that my child call you daddy?
Just like anybody that wants to force their dominance.
Yeah.
Their
you
dominance
can take
on
your
someone.
dominant ass on somewhere. The fuck? No, you're not gonna. No, you're not getting ready to force my baby. You're not gonna force my child, and you're not gonna force me to make my child.
Say that.
That is on they own
Go
regard.
and then you're teaching them to, if they get in a relationship or something like that, to do what somebody else say. Like, they're not gonna have their own voice and stuff like that. You just fucking that baby up.
And it goes back to what we were saying, like Lamar
Yeah.
said earlier, where you got some people that do it out of spite, and that's because of the chain of events that they've been taken through. They got a parent, most of the time it's the mom and not the dad, but they got a parent that, you know, don't hold no regard to them. So then, yeah, they come in and say, you know what I mean? But I just think that's weird, and that Bobby just really had set me off. Bobby, man.
We appreciate it though. Get that brain
On my
working.
lunch break. Hey, y'all. Hey, Justin.
Hey.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Just a recap of what we're talking about. We're talking about stepchildren, whether they should or should not call their step-parent dad or not, depending on if the dad is active in their life or involved in their life. And, you know, yeah, that's pretty much like, in whatever way you can sprout from that, we done spoke on. Like, so, it went a number of different ways. But me personally, I will leave that choice to my child depending on their age.
Yeah.
A lot of the times, when they are comfortable with calling a man daddy, it's because they were very young. And why y'all looking all sexy? Okay,
Thank
girl.
Is you? Hold on, what's that movie? Are you my daddy?
Man, what kids? What do
What
you
was her
say
name?
when you dashiki?
Dashiki. That was it.
Kids, what do you say when you meet a nice man? The
Are you-
Asian baby said, "Is you my daddy?" And it's like, I can tell you who daddy I'm not. I don't know who daddy I might be. I know who daddy I
Oh,
ain't.
that thing cracked
But
me up.
Jessica,
Okay.
thank you so much. We appreciate it, for real. Thank you. But no, like, for real, I don't think that it's something that I would ever force upon my kid. However, it's also a conversation that I would have with my kid, because trying to take one of the viewers. Red? This is what I'm saying. I'm trying to take one of y'all viewers down. What? Stupid. You are stupid, man.
Do your thing.
No, he ain't talking about like that. He got a woman and a child. all that.
I didn't say. I just said do your thing. I don't
But yeah, I'm seeing a lot of shoulder. Yes, sir. Look, hey, what's his name? Lil Uzi Vert.
Oh my god.
No, but for real, you know, as long as my thing is, as a person, I'm not a parent, My bad. I'm hating y'all in relationships, and I'm talking about y'all is. Oh, not at all. You damn skinny. We in relationships. My man viewing right now. Hey, Poppy.
Oh,
Well, no,
what up, boaters?
But yeah. I'm doing my man in the pump.
Oh,
no, I'm
he's
just
good.
I'm talking shit. No,
You
but
know
I
what's
feel like on a recap situation, I feel like if you're going to allow your child to call another person, Reg, you get on my fucking nerves, man. I feel like if you're going to allow your child to call another person, mom or dad, there's a conversation you need to have with your partner, and there's a conversation you need to have with your child. Ask your child. And that's another thing that's not happening is healthy conversations and healthy dialogue between parents and children. Because you think that because they're a child, they don't have an understanding.
But I went through that.
That shit's not okay.
You a child, so you stay in a child's place. That messed me up communication-wise.
Period.
Ooh, it was hard for me to come on here and talk to y'all. So you see how quiet I am. I'm getting out of it, but in my teenage years, you know, my father had dominance and stuff like that. He was just that parent, the authority. And it kind of messed me up in regards to communication and talking to people. I was really shy expressing myself, but I didn't thank the Lord I didn't came out of it.
Yeah.
But whatever. Yeah, but yeah, it happens. That's what I was trying to say. It happens.
As parents, we'll be like, oh, kids need to be doing this.
Because they think they're doing the best for their... You don't need to think on your own. I do the thinking for you because I'm here in your life and I've been through stuff. So I understood.
Yeah.
But...
And I think a lot of the times there's conversations that we feel like, you know, it's not important because the child don't understand, and yes, they do. Because if they told you that this is what they want to do, you better know it came from somewhere. It's your business to find out where.
Ask them.
A lot of the times they're around other grown-ass kids that, you know, have heard or seen or did or whatever the case may be. A lot of the times, you know, these kids got tablets now. A lot of the times it don't take you nothing but to Google. It don't take you nothing but to get on YouTube. So there's some dialogue that has to happen between the parent and the person, their partner, and then the parent and the child, and find out why they want to call them dad. Find out why they want to call them mom. And then decide whether that's okay for you and your household.
I agree.
I think if the kids just do it, it's cool. Y'all correct. If they dad doing his thing, then it wouldn't happen, and a family conversation needs to be had. Exactly what we were just saying, Red. There's a conversation that has to happen. You can't just be like, oh, she said she want to call you dad. Okay, that's cool. Well, whole time your baby over here dealing with whole ass abandonment issues that you don't know nothing about, and then now she ready to call every man that you bring around dad. And you ready to bring every man around expecting them to play dad. Sometimes, shorty, you just getting hit. You just so happen to have kids. And so, when little Michael come on out the room, it's like, hey, little dude, how you doing? You better address him when you motherfucking eating his fruit snacks up. What you talking about? He didn't say, hey, little Michael, how you doing? Because he was worried about how Michael doing.
My bad, little nigga. I ain't no shit.
Hey, what dude say on Baby Boy, nigga, fuck your fort. Oh, you building a little fort? Yeah. Nigga, fuck your fort. I wasn't asking you that because I cared that you was building a fort, motherfucker. Fuck your fort. It's the truth, though.
But it's the truth.
Don't call me dad when I'm playing 2K21. but for real, like I just said, fuck your fort. So it's like, you know, you have to understand the balance of what a person is doing within your life and within your child's life before you get to decide, you know, how they taking care of it or why your child is doing it. Because it's true, nigga. Fuck your fort. I'm going to say it again. Some of them dudes, I'm telling you right now, sis, let's have an intervention. I'm telling you right now, bruh, let's have an intervention. Some of them niggas don't care about Jody building a fort in the living room. He just don't. He gonna ask the question. He never cared about the answer. He just asked the question because it was polite. I'm sitting in the living room about to lay your mama down in this bitch with her melatonin. Them the kind that you can't allow.
Okay, I gotta stop. Okay.
But it's
my lace front still on?
It's mine. Let's talk about that. Everybody know I got a fade under this motherfucker. Alright? Okay. No, but for real, alright, y'all. Brittany, you got anything else you want to say?
No, that was legit.
This is a long ass conversation we were just having right now.
Beautiful. I love that.
Shout out to the person that shared it. I don't need to mention your name on the live, but shout out to the person that shared that topic. It wasn't to destroy you or to uplift you or anything like that. I just thought personally that it was some healthy conversation that needed to be had.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful that you even brought it up because you have the platform, enough people know you to where it engaged enough people.
Yep.
And I thought that was so important when it came to being able to talk about it on the podcast because we need to have. I'm sounding nasally. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. No COVID. No sneeze either. All right, back at it. I just thought, it brought up so many different opinions. Oh, one more thing I wanted to say real quick. There was a woman that got on and commented and said she felt like, great combo. Thank you so much, Gail. Thank you for tuning in and giving your input because I know that you are a mother and a stepmother as well as a wife.
Perfect.
You know what I'm saying? So that right there, that was perfect to all bring in together.
Yep.
But there was somebody keep supporting all our hometown brands. Big facts. Be the Trend LLC. Go check out the page. Check out Red Page as well. You see what he just put on there. We'll put a pin on there if we can. What is that?
The you asked for. Because you was doing like this little Beyonce win with your hair. It was going like this. I said it's going straight in the nostrils.
Yeah, I'm the one that I love. Anyway, she had got on there and she said that she felt like anybody that had agreed with that post need to start listening and sticking to the Bible and stop having kids out of wedlock. And she damn skippy. It's not to promote the Bible. It's not to demote the Bible. What she was saying was, y'all need to start watching what the fuck y'all doing if y'all gonna be feeling some type of way about what gets done after y'all do it. That's exactly what she was saying. And I agree with that 110%. If you can't deal with another man being in a mixture of what you got going on, then make sure you are the only man in the mixture of what you got going on. Create that family unit and you don't have to worry about your child being called mother or father or calling another person mother or father. Do what you gotta do and do it well.
Yep.
Man, I'm making one of these and I'm gonna call it What's in Your Blunt. I'm done with you, man. What? Listen, I can't do the sticky icky no more, so I just I stick with the Jose. You know what I'm saying? Unevenly yoked. Bobby, I agree with that 110%. Yeah. Folks is out here doing whatever the hell they want to do, sticking it in it and pulling out a whole ass baby and then expect that they understand what they supposed to do and it's supposed to work as a family dynamic. Listen, if the motherfucker came over telling your kid fuck your fort, you might not want to fuck him raw, sis, because you don't give a fuck about the forts, okay? That means he's not going to be building shit. All right? You got it? Huh? Is you listening? Because that's some real stuff. I make it to, sound like a joker, whatever the case may be.
But that's what get people attention whenever you saying shit jokingly.
That's it.
Yeah.
If the man already came over worried about the fruit snacks and not is the kids good, you might want to make sure you go get the Trojan man.
Yep.
Because he's not ready to be no type of father. If he came over, anyway, y'all got the gist.
Did he bring the snacks at least?
No, he came over eating them.
Oh, shit.
He always came over eating them. Fuck your fork. So anyway. Anyway, thank y'all all so much for tuning in to us. We're getting ready to shut the live down. But before we do that, we have a couple of tags. Please check us out on YouTube. What's in Your Cup? Our yellow logo is there. Please go and subscribe, like, share, all of that. We're trying to get our subscribers up so that we can do more on YouTube. Worried about the fruit snacks because they always worried about the fucking fruit snacks. Ask me how I know because sometimes I was worried about the fruit snacks. But anyway, but Trick love the kids though. I ain't gonna lie. I got stepkids of my own. I love them kids as if they my own kids, and they know that. And they feel that. They even get mad if I say I ain't got no kids because now I got two of them. They're my babies, and I love them to death. And that's just real shit. Not because I love their daddy. I love them kids. So. Well, really, technically, I got three, but Bobby will keep that on the low. You already know about the other one. Anyway, woo, you ghetto. I'm ghetto as hell. You ain't know it? You ain't know. Oh, okay. I'm just cute. That's all. I'm real ghetto, though. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Anyway, I just want y'all to understand to go check us out on YouTube under What's in Your Cup. Check us out on our Facebook page. It's What's in Your Cup with the yellow logo as well. You can find us on Instagram _What's in Your Cup _Psychology 101. That's SIKEOLOGY 101. You can email us at psychology10119@gmail.com. SIKEOLOGY 10119@gmail.com. You can also check us out. Miss Lydia, Mama Lydia. See, that's what I mean by Mama Lydia. That's another mama right there. Mama Lydia, we love you. Thank you so much. I'm glad to know you tuned in to us. You helped a lot of this. You know that. But anyway, if y'all have anything that y'all want to talk about, discuss, anything of that nature, please feel free to hit us up on our individual pages. Mine, Tyneria Chantrell.
Britt Lachey.
Britt Lachey. She ain't always on there, but you can catch Shorty though.
Yeah.
Just try to get on there. Okay?
I see y'all.
Anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all got a theme song. Bobby, we do not. If you want to handle that.
I ain't singing.
Cause no, Bobby, he the.
Okay, go ahead and do your thing. I'm gonna say she can hit the vocals.
Bobby
back.
can hit the vocals.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be back here.
Bobby can hit the vocals. Even though, Bobby, I am born on 8/29. I'll leave that where it's at. We know the joke, so hey. But no, on some real, if you feel like you can come up with something for us,
we can
do your thing. How you do your thing? We would greatly appreciate that. Yeah, yes, you can. I was like, wait, what that say? Anyway, y'all, just talking about the vocal part, but everybody don't know that.
Oh shit, Lord, it should. Oh, wait a minute.
We love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to us. We will see y'all next week. If y'all got anything y'all want to discuss, please hit us up. We will greatly appreciate it, and we will make sure that your stuff is heard without you being known.
And even though I'm not on Facebook all the time, my messenger is
always active.
It's always active, okay? Bing! Yep.
All right, we love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Please be safe out here in these mean ass streets.
Mm-hmm.
Good night.
God bless.